HelloTri-State, this is Jeremy and Emily from the Greater Ashland Beacon Gap Channel, and thanks to our amazing sponsors at Bluegrass Community Federal Credit Union, we have this opportunity to sit down with some community changers, some difference makers, some life-building people from our local school system.
Joining us today, we have Fairview Elementary School Principal Mo Mullins. We have Fairview's interim high school principal and curriculum director Sarah Smith, and we also have the Fairview Superintendent Jackie Smith.
So we are here at Blazers, Carter Avenue in Ashland, Kentucky, and in front of us are 5 plates of hot, spicy, boneless wings. And it goes from 1 to 5, level 1 being like almost medium, level 2, dang, that's spicy, level 3, hot, where are my lips, level 4, holy cow, level 5, I'm going to die.
That's really good.
It is good.
Not super spicy.
That's more wholesome.
But delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a delicious wing. I'm actually feeling way better about this right now.
That was good.
It was good.
All right, so how about our first question again for our group? So why don't you start by telling us your name, where you're from, your position, just so we can better introduce ourselves, and give us a fun, interesting fact about yourselves.
Start with me.
Start right here.
Okay. My name is Mo Mullins, and I am the principal of Fairview Elementary. The honor, the honor proud principal. I mean, I grew up and was born and raised in the Ashland area, and I graduated from Fairview High School. So to be able to come back home and kind of give back to my district that gave back to me when I was in school is absolutely an absolute just a dream job, to be honest with you. And I've been in education for 16 years. And I guess an interesting fact about me that nobody probably knows, a lot of people know, but I played college basketball against Dennis Rodman when I was in college.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Wow, that was fascinating.
Did he block you out and get rebounds?
No, actually, to be honest with you, he was a prolific scorer, and he didn't rebound, played no defense. He had no tattoos, he had no body piercing. He'd say, "May God be with you for every game," and after the game, said, "Glad you did get hurt. See you next time." He was super good guy.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
You're making me not
Top
feel very
that.
interesting right now.
You'll be
My turn?
Your turn.
All right, my name is Jackie Risden Smith. I'm the superintendent with Fairview Independent, the awesome school district, Fairview Independent. And I was born, raised in Danville, Kentucky. It's about 30 miles south of Lexington. And what else? Interesting fact about me. I'm gonna try to beat that one. I was born on Derby Day, and my middle name is Seabiscuit.
No way. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like the horse?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, it is. Jacqueline Seabiscuit, Risden Smith.
I'm talking to your parents. This is.
No, I was born on Derby Day.
I love
That's
it.
what they do in Danville. All right.
All right. Okay, that's not true. I just wanted to be Mr. Mullins, okay? So I just added in the Seabiscuit part. Okay,
But you
that's
were
not
born on
true.
Derby
But I
Day?
was born on Derby Day, which was
So that's
really
true.
interesting until he told his story.
But
Yeah.
It's still interesting.
It's still good though.
I just want to say you did a really good job of selling that
Okay.
and making it super believable.
And
you had
coming
me
up with it like right then in the moment, right?
Superintendent
Thinks on her feet.
Seabiscuit.
Right.
On the wall.
Superintendent.
I'm sure thinking on your feet is a quality every superintendent
There
should
you go.
have.
Right.
So,
I love
all
it.
right. Now
Okay.
to you.
I'm Sarah Smith. I'm from South Shore, Kentucky, which is about 30 miles west of Ashland. And I am the Director of Curriculum Instruction Assessment, but I am also currently serving as the interim principal at Fairview High School, which is also Fairview Middle School. It's combined into one school. And I've been trying to think of an interesting fact, so I'm going to say a funny fact, if that's okay.
Hey, that works.
Okay, so up until I was 18 years old, I thought elbow grease was an actual product that you could buy.
That's good.
And didn't figure it out until I was washing my car and my dad was asking me, that my family's going to appreciate this. My dad asked me to use elbow grease and I was already a little bit frustrated. And I said, "Dad, I don't know that there is any elbow grease here. I don't know that we have that."
It's for the dry skin.
Yeah, I had no clue. And then everyone explained to me, and so now it's kind of like a running joke, which is kind of funny and interesting that I didn't know that.
I really like the flavor on this one.
I do too.
This
It's
is
really good.
I like this one a lot.
Not phasing me a bit.
I'm not even going
I
there.
was gonna say, when
This is
you
it.
start hitting,
All right, Mom.
bring it on.
Are these
Very good.
sweet
Drink
or
milk.
what? Like,
Look, are you
think
saying
we
bring the
can.
heat? Because you're jinxing us. You're jinxing us. All right, Mo, I've seen you involved so many areas around this town. I mean, from sports fields to basketball courts to encouraging kids. I mean, just last year you were in a classroom, and now you're the principal of Fairview Elementary. Let me be honest, dude. I saw so much amazing things happen last year under this Miss Smith. There is momentum that's been built. You've got some rolling momentum. So let me ask you this: as we get ready for this new school year, and families are getting to know you, what would be some words of maybe expectation or words of knowledge that you want the kids to know, or maybe the families of Fairview to know?
Sure. Well, first I want to say I like the little, you had a little, when you said momentum.
Momentum.
That's what I thought.
I like that.
I'm a wordsmith,
I
bro.
like that, just wanted you to know. And that's what I want to do. I mean, I stepped into this role knowing that, there was a lot of great things done last year, and there was a lot of great programs that was in place, and Ms. Smith has done some great things, and Super Smith has, saw that Sarah was part of that vision, and honestly, to know that she could look at me and feel like there was something there to be part of that same vision was an honor to me, because Fairview's always been in my heart as long as I've been in education. And it's really kind of, I don't think I really chose education. I think education chose me because I was in corporate America for 20 years before I became a teacher. And it just, I always told myself if something happened, if I lost my job due to bankruptcy or downsizing, I'd go back and be a coach and a teacher. And that's what happened in 2005. And to think that I'm sitting at this table now with these professionals and these leaders, knowing that I'm going to be part of an integral part of helping lead this district into new horizons and new levels of professionalism and appreciation. And I mean, I could throw in all the educational jargon you want to hear, but the bottom line is I've always been a kid person. As long as I've been on the face of the earth, I love kids. I kind of joked in my interview, said kids and dogs, they take to me. I don't know why, but they do. It's like
I hired him after he said that.
Right? You had the dogs.
Yeah.
yeah, and
You had me a
I just
kid.
think if I had to say something that to make the community, whoever might be out there, questioning whatever might have been chosen or done, if anything else, they'll know that they have a principal that loves those kids day in and day out. And they're going to know that they got a principal that's going to walk through fire for those kids day in and day out, and give them everything that they need to be successful, both socially, academically. And there's just a pride that's in me. It's always been embedded. And I told Super Smith at my second interview, I said, I'm just going to make this easy for you. I'm going to be a principal one day. I said, and I don't care where it's at. It could be in another state, it could be another school district, whatever. But every time a job opens up in Fairview School District as a principal, I'll be knocking on your door every single time. So you can either hire me now or hire me later.
All right, gang, it is round 3 time. I don't know what to tell you. I think the first 2 wings are actually tasty.
very.
Oh, they were delicious.
But I will also say, when I talked to the chef earlier, I said, pick it up, brother. Here we go. So let's go. Wing
I
number
already fried it.
You're in. You're in.
We're in.
Well, that's What are you doing over there?
I'm eating the whole thing. I'm not cutting it up like it was. I'm eating
I
the whole
noticed
thing.
you and I are we are the only ones who are not cheating. Oh, are you cheating?
I haven't used any sauce
Oh,
yet.
it has picked up right
Let's
here.
get
That-
I haven't used any sauce.
What's
I
it?
have taken my
BTUs?
water.
Is that the level you
It
measure?
stepped up. It stepped up. a
Oh,
little
wow.
bit.
It's still
It
really
stepped
good.
up.
There was a big difference from 2 to
Yeah.
3. That's what's hitting me.
Yeah.
It was a big difference.
I'm not touching you.
But I'm still not me. Or I'm
Emily,
good.
I'm so glad you have question number 3 right now.
All right, so let's do our third question for Mrs. Sarah Smith. I know Jeremy talked about the momentum, as it were, the great things that were going on at the elementary school before he got there, and just kind of building this culture of hope at Fairview and really putting emphasis on, the children and making sure every student, every child there knows that they're taken care of, that they are special, and that they have a place at that school. Now you are the interim high school principal. You're also working district-wide as the curriculum director. So thinking of those 2 roles, what are you most excited about for this upcoming school year?
Okay. I'm really excited just to get to know the kids. That's why I went into education, or part of it. I know we'll get to that question later, but I love kids. Up until last year, I worked only with high school kids. I was a high school teacher and a high school administrator, and then last year was my first year in elementary. And so I'm excited to get back to working with high school kids, but I love elementary kids as well, don't get me wrong. As the interim principal, I'm excited to work with students in the community and their families. And, you know, middle school and high school are those foundational steps for life after high school. And I think just helping prepare these kids in Westwood and our community for what's going to happen next is huge. And being a part of that with the great team that we have at Fairview, not just myself, not just these great people, but our teachers, our custodians, our cafeteria workers, every single person working to help make a difference in the lives of our kids, that's what I look forward to every day. And no matter if I'm at an elementary school or a district level or a high school, I just love working with people and serving kids. That's our job. And so it's something I truly enjoy, and I'm really excited about this year.
Awesome.
neat.
Awesome.
Guys, and be honest, I'm a little nervous about this 4th round. Are you feeling like, is it still there for you, round 3?
Well,
If it is.
I haven't
It is for me.
You haven't finished
Not
round
at
I
all.
had to ask
All
the
right.
question. I
All
had to
right,
ask.
all right.
I can't ask the question.
I'll grab
I'm
round
not
4.
having any trouble at all right here.
Now,
You're-
4 looks
You
scary.
Yeah.
look, there is
4 looks scary.
pepper droppings.
I know.
Juice.
Really good though. They're spicy.
I'm getting
They're
into it.
very good. They just, I'm getting the smallest one.
Let's eat this one together.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I started
It's okay.
the first one early.
Course of
or the
tears.
last one.
I'm gonna cut it in half. I am still feeling 3 in my
Okay,
mouth.
can I just say, like, I've gotten some of like the biggest wings over here because everybody's picking the small ones.
Really?
I'm the end of the table,
That's
so the
just-
big ones are coming.
Hey,
I think
so
I'm the
on
biggest one
round
today.
5, you should go first.
Yeah,
It's
you-
close
Oh,
to
do
the
I
front.
get the first one?
Are you guys ready, round
Fair.
4?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, that's happening. Yeah, that's on purpose. Okay.
All right, I'm still not going for the ranch, even though I really want to go for the ranch, but
Oh, I'm ranching. Like sorry, not sorry.
I'm good.
I'm good.
It's not
Almost
phasing me.
almost like had a sweet taste to it.
Did you know I was Super Smith?
You are Super Smith.
Super Smith. I'm not. These wings ain't got nothing on me.
Oh, listen, man. I'm loving this. All right, so
It's scary.
as I ask you a question, Super Smith.
Okay.
Superintendent Jackie Smith, Fairview Independent Schools. Mo, you're going to grab this too. I'm a sports-minded person. When I tell stories,
too.
they seem to be in sports. To me, before a big sporting event, there's always this thing called the tell of the tape. They look at the stats, they look at the facts. This person versus this, here's their reach, here's how much they weigh, here's their record. If you were looking at Fairview Independent Schools on paper over the last decade, I think it could be considered an underdog because of all the funding issues that's happened, all of this up and down roller coaster. But here's what else I know. Even with an underdog story, people love a comeback. And so as you're looking into your 2nd year of overseeing this, day-to-day operations of a school district, you know where you've been in 1 year, which I'll just say is incredible. What motivates you for year 2? Like I think about Rocky, right? Rocky won something, and then he lost it all, and then he had to work it back again. Where's Fairview going this year?
Okay. You know, what motivates me? The first question you asked. I remember the first staff meeting I had with the educators in Fairview. And I remember that conversation. I don't think I'll ever forget that conversation. A lot of, the climate was very different back then, a year ago. Very
Absolutely.
different, very different. And I remember telling them that I promised them, you will be saying, remember when. Those are, I remember those words. You, and I probably said it 10 times. I have a issue repeating myself anyway. But you will you will say, remember when, because it won't be like that. And not that there's, the pieces that don't need to be like that won't be like that. Not that there aren't pieces that need to be the way they are wonderful and have always been wonderful. So, what motivates me is those educators, our students, that community, they deserve,
Absolutely.
they deserve to have the best. And I have a vision. I can see it, I can hear it, I can taste it, I can feel it. I can see where we're gonna be. I can see, I know where we're gonna be. And our district, Fairview Independent, is gonna be everything that it can be, the best that it can be for kids. And I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that. We've got the right team. We've got the right people in the right seat on the bus. We have a community that they're behind us. They're behind the work that we've done in the past year. We have students. Our students are amazing.
Yes.
You know these guys. You've interviewed them, right? Right. They can't handle hot wings like I can, but
They're not super.
they're not super, right?
They're
Right.
like here.
Right.
Super.
Right. Right.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I mean, I let him.
It is what it
you know,
is.
okay.
Let him beat me yesterday in a leadership meeting in a cup challenge. Just to make him feel good about himself.
Well,
he's
Yeah, and
We're
I'm
all
also in the
self-aware
cannonball
here.
splashing contest too. So I've got 2 up.
Self-worth is
I,
important.
I didn't
Right.
swim because I didn't want to. It was his welcoming principal event.
Eagle dive.
So, I absolutely have absolutely no doubt that we will be where I see that we're going to be
Love it.
in the future. I truly am future focused.
Yeah.
And every decision I make every single day, and everything I do in this leadership capacity and building leaders around me and increasing their capacity and making them stronger, and our kids giving them what they need, it's all because I can see that future where we're going to be. And I promise you, the conversation will be, remember when.
I just want to say that was so inspiring to hear you talk and your passion for this school district and from all of you. That has just been so great for me to hear. I think our viewers are going to just be so excited about the school year and the school district and all of the passion that you're bringing. I think that is a really great lead into our 5th and final question, but I think first we have business to take care of.
That's
We're
5th and final wing, right?
We're starting over here because, like I said, they've been taking the smallest wings and leaving me with the biggest.
I'm not for
So-
this.
And I do have to say, this final one has a lot of sauce on the plate.
You can smell the heat from Blazer's
Lot of
Blazing
sauce on the
Wings.
plate.
This is going to take something super to get through.
Yeah, before you get there.
Oh.
Speaking of super.
Miss Stambo presented me
Great teacher at
in May,
elementary.
yes, at the elementary, with this cake.
Oh, you're pulling.
Yes.
We are super excited.
Yes.
And so I'm, sorry to have
Sorry,
you all
Mo.
not have the power that I'm about to have here. However,
I'm getting
yes,
destroyed.
this cake will go on, and with this cake, will you take care of? Will you help me?
Sure.
Now, there's a behind the scenes thing. When the amazing people at Blazers brought out the wings, we kind of did the sniff test. And when we got to plate number 5, we got teary smelling
Yeah,
it. So
it's gonna be
Smells spicy.
they label these
There it is.
blazing wings.
Yes.
So Super Smith is ready for the blazing.
I've got this. I'm
Emily?
ready.
It's like Clark Kent in the phone booth. She has just put on the cape and she is super slim now.
Bring
Emily, get that big one. You got
that
this.
on.
It's gonna be excellent.
Emily's getting the small
You-
one.
Bring
That's
it
a
on.
crumb from the smallest
I
one.
am taking some sauce, so it's fair.
But it
But like I said, there's a lot of sauce on that plate, so.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this.
Is it sauce or is it liquid death?
It is. I've never seen a wing that red
No, I really haven't
boy.
either.
ever in my life.
This could hurt.
But I'm not scared because I'm super Smith, right?
She didn't need to be
I
scared.
don't need to be scared.
There isn't a challenge she can meet.
There's no challenge.
Such a dumb decision.
It's just that was just.
Did you take all the sauce?
I did.
You can
You know why?
Alright,
Because you got this question.
alright.
Ready?
Who's answering?
Wait, are we ready for this? This is an everybody question now. Okay, let me look at your faces.
Yeah, that's hot.
Oh, good.
That's really hot.
Nothing.
That's hot.
There's nothing hot about this.
That was just like
That's
the back of my mouth.
Oh, it is not hot. Toughen up,
I mean,
Mr.
it's the
Smith.
hottest.
Do we have to eat the whole thing?
Oh, yeah. No one likes a quitter.
That's
You're
really
not gonna quit on me. Eat that.
I ate mine, but I'm just gonna
I'm on
take
fire.
a little bit of ranch.
I'm not exaggerating.
Stop
either.
it. Stop being weird. Eat
I
that.
think maybe getting all that sauce was
Do you
a bad
want
decision.
his milk? He hasn't touched his milk yet.
It's actually starting to catch up though.
I'm out of
Here, open your mouth.
It's like,
I'm gonna pour it for you.
wait,
It's
afterburn.
escalating.
It's a
Are you ready?
way
I'll
big
go
afterburn.
It's very, he's right. There,
Yeah.
like you eat it, and
Have
then
you
that's
used a
when
drink
the
yet?
No, not yet.
Come on, Mo. Help
I'm
me
not
out.
gonna make his milk. Oh my god.
But it's got a serious afterburn, no doubt about it.
Try to help.
It does. I'm gonna do it. Look.
Does everybody have a drink then?
It's all about strategy.
What'd you do?
Well,
Throw up?
ranch down my throat.
Throw up.
Hey, I just want you to know I'm not having any help.
Oh my gosh.
It's not bothering me at all because I have all my super cake.
She got the cake.
I want for the record though, don't look for the last one to take a drink. Right there.
If I'd known that was a competition, then how?
Water's not helping.
I'm
It's
not
got a
taking.
serious- it's got a
Even
serious
Jeremy,
serious
should you take
afterburn.
water on that?
Not yet.
I'm not taking a drink.
Oh
It's
my
got a
gosh.
serious afterburn though, there's no doubt about it.
Emily, you want the last one?
No, thank you.
Take the last one.
No,
you got the
you-
cape on, go
No,
ahead.
I-
You got the cape on. Feel it, feel that
No,
one.
you won't.
Oh, she
Feel that
is.
Nice.
I really don't know how she's
I can
doing
see
that.
why they hired you. You're not even stressed.
My eyes are watering.
I'm really sweating.
On a better note, my nostrils are clear now. My sinuses.
I'm like,
Yeah.
You want me to here? Yeah.
She's killing it
she's
now.
taking the sauce. Oh my gosh. You're like my
Wow.
legit hero, Super Smith, in your cape right now.
Beast.
You're my hero.
Wow.
Did I win?
You win.
Oh, you won.
I'm gonna give you a
You won.
standing ovation.
Is that right?
Except for neither of us have had a drink
Oh,
yet.
that's true, we haven't.
How many kids are now happy she doesn't have an office to go to?
Right.
Take a drink, Mr. Mullins.
Okay.
Don't mess with her.
You
Oh,
really need one?
he's taking the milk.
Last to drink on that one too.
I wish I had more water.
Right.
Here, want some of mine.
Ooh, that hits spot.
You're thinking about it. I don't. Oh, I should not have done that sauce.
Wow. Oh, you up.
I really didn't think it was going to go this way today. That's what guys.
Oh, ah.
I think.
Oh.
That's what
Here, you want it.
the
Well,
water.
because my mind, like I had it all in my head, like it doesn't. It's
But
not
the
hot.
water intensifies it though. That's why you need the milk. The water
I do.
intensifies it.
I have to say.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
They were not joking with the fifth one. Sure.
Thank you.
Sugar packet.
What's that do?
Cuts it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It,
Why did you only bring one? Actually, I just never heard that. I just wanted to see if you could do it.
Oh, that was bad. Oh, the sugar was bad. Oh, it's so bad.
Good.
All right.
Nice.
I guess I got.
Did we answer all the questions?
No. This
Oh.
She poured ranch down my throat. You totally missed it.
Oh no, the camera caught that.
It worked. It worked. Did it work? It did work.
I was
all
too
about
busy.
It's dairy based, so this is an excuse for me to go get ice cream
I
on the
was
way
too
out
busy
there.
sobbing.
Yeah,
So-
Zach, that's what you need when you leave here, for sure.
I'm gonna go get ice cream on my way. Well, we still have a fifth question.
I think women. Like the something
It's a
about
good
the
thing we're
women.
not live.
So you all can edit all this out, right?
Nope.
Nope. Just like being live.
I don't have any choice right now.
You put the cape on.
This is
You asked for it.
This is
Hey,
awesome.
Well,
I handled it
you did.
like a boss.
You
I mean,
did.
I totally
You did.
You killed
I
it.
totally.
Boss is
I
over
scooped it
there.
in.
You did
You
that.
stepped up. You stepped it up.
All right, well, I guess I should get around to asking our final question.
Yeah.
Mr. Momentum over here covered a little bit of it in his answer and talking about, why he chose education, especially after a career change for him. So we think about our teachers and educators and principals and superintendents are so important in our, society. It is such an important job that is often underappreciated and definitely presents a lot of challenges. So even considering the challenges and that, potential of that being underappreciated by society, our communities around us, why education? Why did you guys go into that as a field?
I don't know that I chose it. I think it chose me. I have known since I was very, very young that I was going to be a teacher. I absolutely love what I do. I love the influence I have on people, on children. I think of Colossians 3:23, like that's a verse that I kind of live by, and this is my purpose for being here. And I don't think I could do this if that weren't the case, because you're right, it's hard. And I don't know that we have a whole lot of educators that are left in education that aren't working on purpose, that they're not there because it's their why and it's what they're here to do. And one of the things in our districts we talk about is, what's your why? Why do you wake up every morning? Why do you do this? Why are you an educator? Why are you a difference maker? And what is it that is motivating and pushing you? Because you've got to work from there to get to be fulfilled with this job and this work. But it chose me. I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't do anything else. I absolutely love what I do, even with the challenges.
Worth it.
It's worth it, yeah, because I'm fulfilling my purpose. And I know that, I love the starfish story too. I love it. Where the man's throwing the starfish back, and the critic said, look at all those starfish. You're not making a difference throwing, those few starfish back in the ocean. Yes, I am. It made a difference to those starfish, right? And so, we can't do everything, but we can all do something. And if we all do that something, and it makes a difference in the lives of kids, then we are going to be good.
Okay, am I next?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So I have a kind of a sentimental story that's part of my why. I, like her, always kind of knew I wanted to be a teacher. I would, play school when I was a kid, and I knew that. But as I got older, I had an uncle who lived in Florida, and I didn't know him really well as a young kid. But once I got a little bit older, I got to know him pretty well, and he was a big activist in his church and really involved, and he was a very big influence on my life. And when in 2010, I'd already had my teaching. I was already getting ready to graduate from college, but I kind of wanted to live on his legacy, continuing. So in 2010, when Haiti was struck with the major earthquake, my uncle was a helicopter pilot. And so he would fly his helicopter, he would do random things, but he also did mission work. And so when the hurricane or the earthquake struck in Haiti, he and his pastor went down to Haiti, and they gave out food to children in orphanages. And pictures from then, and just to see the looks on those kids' faces, knowing he made such a difference. And tragically, the night that they left Haiti, something with their helicopter malfunctioned, and they crashed, and they were both killed. And so, for me, my reason for doing what I do every day is to help kids, and I always remember him. Every single day I'm working, I think about him. And knowing I'm carrying on what he you know, he, like you were talking about the starfish, it's, wasn't a lot of kids in Haiti, but those kids he did help in Haiti, that totally impacted their lives. And so I want to, you know, just carry on with him. And he was, you know, when I was in high school, he didn't graduate from high school. And so he was a self-made millionaire. Like he just, you know, he naturally did things that he made money. And so he always encouraged me to help other people. And so that's, I think, where I get some of that is from him. I like to attribute that to him. Yeah. So.
I'll try to get through this without getting too tore up over it, but I used to be if there was EBD back in the day, whenever I was in school, I would probably been sitting on the front row, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I was just a troubled kid. I kicked over trash cans in the classroom, I threw erasers and the chalkboard erasers, I threw them at teachers, and I would start fights, and I probably was really a bully, to be honest with you. And one day I just got up one morning, and I remember looking at myself in the mirror, and I thought, why don't people like me? You know, why don't kids like me? Why don't I have friends? Why don't the teachers ask me to do stuff for them? Why can't I be that kid? You know. And I just went into, at that time, the principal at Hatcher Elementary was Miss Moon, and I walked in and I said, Miss Moon, I said, I want to be a patrol guard. And she could have took that time and said, Mo, listen, you need to just go on with yourself. Go out there and disrupt everything like you always do. Go out there and cause all that havoc that you always do, you know, because you're never going to amount to anything. But she didn't. She had a coat rack right here. That's when all the patrol belts were white, you know, and she had them all hanging there. And she walked over there and she's strumming through them. I didn't know what she was doing. You know, she's strumming through them, and she found the whitest one that she could find, the cleanest one that she could possibly find. And she walked over to me. She said, "Put your head down." And I put my head down. And she put it over top, and I felt like a king. I felt like royalty. And she patted it down. She tightened it up. And she said, "Go be a patrol guard." And I said, "I don't know how to do that." And she said, "You go do what you normally do. You don't let those kids do that. Don't let them throw rocks. Don't let them hit each other. Don't let them push each other out of swings." And it was such an aha moment for me, because it changed my life forever, honestly. I mean, she helped find that greatness within me. And when I became a teacher, I wanted to be an EBD teacher. I did not want to be anything else but that. I wanted to help kids find that greatness, you know, within them. And my testimony then is, if a short little fat kid like Mo Marlowe in the 6th grade from Hatcher Elementary could go on and touch the crack in the Liberty Bell and stand in the flame of the Statue of Liberty, shake hands with Michael Jordan, and have lunch with Donald Trump, then you can. There's no reason why you can't. I want to help kids find greatness within them. I feel like that's my calling. I feel like that's what God wants me to do. And I want to do that from this day forward. You know, that's the reason why I did it, because one person believed in me. You know, and I want my kids at Fairview Elementary to know that there's at least one person in that building that believes in everything that they had to offer. And I got to throw this out there too. I'm very fortunate being a first-year principal to have in place the staff that's there, the teachers that are there. You know, I don't know really what it was like till Ms. Smith came here, but I'm sure she had a large part of that environment and that culture. But these teachers that are there now, man, I'm just the luckiest first-year principal. Yes, they're solid. Solid rock stars, kid-centered, loving. That's all their life is. You know, we got teachers over there painting the library. You know, they have to do that. They take upon themselves to paint to give these kids something, you know, fresh and new to look forward to. You know, teachers that give everything they got. You know, and I'm just totally blessed and honored to know that that's my first-year principal jobs with Fairview Elementary. My home district, and I want to pay back what was paid back to me, so that's why I became an educator.
Tell you what, one of the things that I've read about, and I've studied influence and leadership, and They say one of the qualities of leaders is that when leaders look at people, they don't see the now, they see the potential of who they will be. And I think if you are a parent, or if you're a grandparent of any student in any Fairview school, you should be excited and even humbly honored at these three leaders, because they see every child in every classroom, and no matter where they are today, they are focused and determined for their future. And I'm going to be honest, I've heard this being said today, but the future of Fairview is so hot and blazing bright. You got to wear shades, right? I mean, that is amazing. I tell you what I want to do too. Coming up next weekend, right? August the 9th, 6:30 p.m. Want to invite everybody to the Westwood Community Cookout. It's at the high school.
Absolutely, yes.
Yep.
Hamburgers, hot dogs, baked beans, potato salad.
Cornhole.
Cornhole. It's all
Cornhole.
you can't eat cornhole, but if you did, but the cornhole tournaments and whatnot. Listen, it's
That's
free.
the most exciting part, the cornhole.
I'm thinking hamburgers, but I mean,
I had never played. I never played cornhole until my first year as a superintendent.
That's an interesting fact.
That's
Really?
Yeah, never ever.
Wow.
I know. I really just had not.
Super
family cookouts.
I had seen people play it, but no, I'd never played it. So I'm really excited because I played it at our senior.
So she's saying she's novice. We could totally be.
probably not so
No,
super
I
at
don't
cornhole.
know.
She's
I just have to
competitive,
put my
though.
cape on, and I'll be good at cornhole. Yeah.
But you're
the
invited.
senior, yes, you're invited.
Bring
Play cornhole.
2-liter.
Yeah.
Bring some chips. Bring your
Yeah.
family. Meet them face to face. Do yourself that honor, because I promise you, they're contagious.
You'll never be the same.
That's right.
Positivity,
Change forever.
positivity, encouragement's contagious. And I mean, for Emily, again, thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you guys for
And,
inviting us.
It is
Plug
our
real fast.
pleasure. Do something,
Sure.
man.
Open house at Fairview Elementary will be August 12th, 5 to 7. See y'all there.
And at Fairview High School, we are having an ice cream social
Yes.
August 13th from 5 to 7:30.
Ice cream would be really good right now.
I know, ice cream. I could
I could
totally.
go for some ice cream.
Too.
Hey, special thanks to Blazers.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
Blazers.
Yes.
Thank you,
Blazing.
guys.
They're blazing wings.
Yeah,
Blazers.
they're
Delicious
blazing.
wings.
And they're not just hot. Those are good. I mean, they're good. Those
She
were
licked the
good.
sauce.
I mean, I had to get some extra.
They were delicious.
As a team of educational leaders, we are on fire.
That's right.
Fire.
Our future's
Fire.
so bright.
We're wearing shades.
We gotta wear the shades.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for
Well,
being
thanks for
here
having us.
again, guys.
Yes, thank you.
Definitely check out their events. Meet these teachers. Meet these educators. You will not be sorry that you did.
Thank you.